Welcome, gentlemen, to this year's 2015 Fantasy Baseball Draft Review. You're not going to like it, neither am I, but we'll get through it together. Let's start, shall we? We're going to start with the notes I took from the Fantasy Baseball Draft. Let's start with these guys. Looks like that. Looks like that. First note. Someone said, Upton gonna give it to you. Hilarious. Upton gonna give it to you. Yeah, I could hear it back in those days when I used to grind. And it was appropriate. Knight, I think he said pigs are racist. But then I put in parentheses Puig. So I don't know if Puig is racist or if pigs are. Thank you. I have the word dagger written. Don't know what that's about. Kevin it says black men and then Charlie. So figure that one out. Again, probably had a couple gin and tonics and black and tans. I wasn't the best. Gizzy took underpants for $17. That was written down. So good on ya. I didn't need any. McGruber. Poseg for $30 to Bill. Yep. Don't know what that is. Try to figure that one out. Bill. McGruber. Poseg. Bob being late for draft campaigning, way to try to make a difference. Well, like we went to a college that ran on that campaign or something like that. Next is Kevin drops Prado weeks into the season. We'll get to that. Here's my draft strategy. Still have it. I still kept it in those cargo pants I was wearing all weekend. Looks like this. It's got a lot of circles. I don't know if you can see it just fine. I think I circled Jacoby Ellsbury. Didn't get him. Who else did I circle? Billy Hamilton. Didn't get him. Todd Frazier. Nope. I got a big circle over here. Probably Brad Boxberger. Could have gotten him, maybe. I don't have any relievers, so probably not. And then Curtis Granderson, or the Gunderson, which is also known as just tickling somebody's taint until they come, but nope, didn't get him either. So, let's get down to the draft reviews. This year, we are doing a draft review in something called the Bristol Stool Scale. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Bristol Stool Scale is on a Type 1 to a Type 7 scale. Kevin, you already know this, so you can pass out for the next 2 minutes. This is the Bristol Stool chart. I wrote it up. You can Wikipedia it, Google it. It's totally safe for work, but I'll read you the basics. Type 1 to Type 7, it goes in a very elegant manner, as I should say. Type 1, separate hard lumps, like nuts. And then in parentheses, hard to pass. I think we've all been there. Very dehydrated. Number 2, sausage-shaped but lumpy. I'm not shitting you, and quite literally, that is pun intended. This is the description. Sausage-shaped but lumpy. That is Type 2. Type 3. Like a sausage, but with cracks on the sausage. So, there are cracks along the sausage surface, like you put a lot of poop particles together, and there's little bumpies going around like that, and then it's coming around back like that. That was Type 3. Type 4 is like a sausage or snake, smooth and soft, Now, let me remind you that type 3 and type 4 are healthy, but that is irrelevant to the ratings in this draft. So if you are pooping type 4 poops, that is what you want. You want smooth poops, not a lot of bumps, and just coming on out, just like a hot dog. Just squeezing them on out. I'm going to stop there. Type 5, soft blobs with discrete, clear-cut edges. So you got soft blobs coming out of your booty all the time. I've been there, bro. I took this pill once. No, never mind. Number 6, type 6, fluffy pieces with ragged edges, a mushy stool. Again, please Wikipedia this. Put a little, my video on the right, maybe the stool on the left, just so you guys get an appreciation of what I'm trying to convey to you guys. This is gold I'm giving you here. Type 7, watery, no solid pieces. And then it says entirely liquid. Wow. I think that kind of explains itself, doesn't it? Bristol Stool Scale, named after something along the lines of like University of Bristol or something like that. But yeah, watch out. We're on to Adam Zabel. Adam, I think your draft looks good, but sloppy. And this might be the alcohol attacking, but I think Smartazilli, Puig, and Braun are all sloppy. Braun tested positive for steroids. Puig just sloppy in the field. I think we've all seen his defense. It's a fucking joke. And Smartazilli just bouncing around the Major League Baseball system, just being like, oh my god, I'm Smartazilli, just doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Sloppy. You get a type 6, and just so we remember, well, let me just pull out the type 6. Looks something like that. It's soft, poopy, not entirely liquid though. That's type 7, just so you know. But I mean, it's good. You got a up and coming team. I think it's good. Moving on. Oh, and I like your team name, Adam. Joe Gizzy. I think you got a solid team built. I think it's round. I think it's built. I think it will last you throughout the season. Almost a set it and forget it kind of team. You got Dozier, which is great. You got Harrison. I mean, fucking Harrison, man. Shit. And then Kershaw. I don't know. Adam didn't send out the draft sheets, so I don't know what you paid for Kershaw, but fuck, man. He's going to pay out, right? Unless he gets injured, but you can't draft with that kind of strategy. So I got you at a solid team. Type 2. Type 2, just so that you know, it's a lot of poop squished together. You see that? Little poop squished together. Makes sense. It's a solid team. Solid poop. They're not separate, they're a team. You're put together. That's about all I got. Let's move on to Ben. Brunette, as I should say. Just to make sure that we cover all the bases name-wise. You got Brett Gardner, one of my guys back in the day. I used to have Brett Gardner on my team. Well, there's a reason I don't. You're well balanced, though. I think you got all the characteristics that bring together a team. Much like Joe's. However, Joe's is solid. Yours is well balanced. It's kind of like taking Metamucil as opposed to eating a well balanced diet. So, we're going to try to steer away from the poo analogies here, but we can't because all of your ratings are about the Bristol Stool Scale. You got a ton of pitching talent. You got a ton of batting talent. Beltre. I mean, Joey Bats on your team. If you lose runs or RBIs any week with Joey Bats on your team, you're doing something wrong. And that's because, you're trying to steal bases or something like that. But Joey Bats, huge. And then, of course, Lester. I mean, as a Cubs fan, how can I forget that? You're going to need to change your name before the season starts. Disappointed. But whatever. I give you a type 4. The type of healthy poop you get, And for those of you who don't remember, that's the long, smooth, snake-like poops that you guys have. I know you have them. Especially you, Kevin, because your diet is incredible. Alright. Let's move on to the next one. John Mitrack. You got a lot of injured players, but you're taking care of them, which is good. You're taking care of those injured players. You're young too, not as young as Bill. Your team's not as young as Bill, but they're young. You got Rizzo, great shit. Gonna get you the offense that you need day to day. He produces. All you need is the Cubs to succeed, so that's just one more person to cheer for the Cubs. You got Richards, you got Fernandez, don't need to tell you anything about him. And Young and Hurton, I think we've all been there when we have had a poop and it's too soft. You know what I'm saying? Where it just kind of squirts out. Not entirely liquid, but a little liquid. Just kind of, Type 6, bro. I like your offense. I also like your defense, but everybody on your pitching staff has an ERA above 2.6, except for Papelbon, who's a reliever. So work on that. I'm not talking about your bench because they don't exist. Next up, Ben Stolberg. I love you, Ben. We spent some quality time at the airport. As you can tell, I'm already getting drunk. And that's the point of this. You have lots of RBIs. And you know what lots of RBIs means? Lots of runs. You know what lots of runs means? You're running. Your poop is running. And I think we know where this is going. You got Gonzalez. I mean, fuck. You got Gomez. Yep. And what? Stolen bases. You know? You got a quick team. And I think when you have something quick coming out, I think we all know what that is. So just, a lot of soft spots. Don't necessarily have sharp edges or hard. They just kind of move around, What they just pile up. It's a type 5. But I think that you'll do all right. And last year I predicted Kevin Knight would win 100 games, and he did. So. And I also predicted that I would win 100 games, and I did. So I think I know one or two things about predictions. So you'll be okay, Ben Stolberg, even though that you've got some type 5 poop. I think you drafted okay. And you've got a Chicago Cub on your team. It's always good by me. Moving on. Oh, shit. Bob. Bobs. I need a drink for this. Robinson Cano. I actually can't really criticize your draft because I was completely drunk by the time you filled it all up. And you knew that, but you have so many people day to day on your team right now, which is bullshit because ESPN puts day to day on somebody where they say, "Oh, he's available tomorrow," so he's day to day. You mean day to day as in today he can't play, but tomorrow he can? So take the day to day. You know what? Maybe it's not on ESPN because the organization. Whatever. You have a lot of injured people on your team as of the time of this filming. So, I think that means that I have it written down. It says, hurtin', you're hurtin', and I just wanted to rhyme it with a squirtin'. But RBI shouldn't be a problem. I mean, you got Cabrera, you got Cruz, you got Cespedes, even Martinez. If Detroit can really put their offense together, which has really kind of held them through their regular season in past years, I think Detroit's real falling problem has been their relieving pitching, but I'm not breaking any new boundaries when I say that, am I? No, you're not, John Vidal. Well, okay. You're welcome. Anywho, Bob, you're probably wondering what kind of stool grade you get. You get type 7. Entirely water. Because you're hurting. For squirting! Type 7. Look it up. Or, like I said, put the Wikipedia article halfway in, halfway out, whatever. Whatever! Next up. Oh my god. This team looks so fucking old. And I think you all know who I'm talking about! Somebody who doesn't have any outfielders besides his starting points, pitchers, people! Yeah! Alright. Well, here I go. Vidoni, you got a shit team. Looks like you just tried to put a lot of... You got this player, you got this player, and you're like, let's put them on the same team, and you mush them together. You know, it's like, yeah, we got this player over here, and it's like, it's not going to work, but you mush them anyway. So, that's not going to be good. But, you got some decent players. You know, you got Upton going to give it to you, right? And then you have Bujols, you know, who gives it, I think. Is he a catcher or a pitcher? I don't know. Ask a Cardinals fan. And then you have arguably the best reliever in the game, Greg Holland. So that's not too bad. Can't argue with that. But the grade you get is a type 2, where obviously it's just a lot of poop. Poop pieces you just put together trying to form a good team doesn't make a good team. Doesn't make a good team. You have Matt Cain from San Francisco. Yeah, it's not a good team, John. Not a good team. But Drew Schick, always solid. We're lucky, but I prefer solid because luck typically only lasts a season, and you have extended that past the season. I mean, Trout, can't argue with that. Votto, paid for him. Altuve, good shit. McCutchen, I mean, who was bidding against you and how much money did you have? And how did you end up with all that money? Doesn't matter. You did, because you're a good fucking manager. Good shit. Good fucking shit. Like your relievers, like your starters. I'm going to give you... Type 1. It's the most solid you can get. It's a solid poop. Not solid in the good sense. Just solid in a solid fucking poop. And I believe the Bristol scale describes it as like nuts because they are so dense. William! You're also hurting. There are day-to-days painted all over your fucking cabinets. And you're young. You're new. There's like 4 team members that have not experienced the big leagues. Which either means that you're very prophetic or you're desperate. It's probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, just like most poop is. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. But what I gotta say is a couple draft picks I'm impressed with. Brantley, he's gonna pay dividends, and I said dividends for a reason. Don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm just gonna give it a hack. Melancon, the Pittsburgh reliever. I think Pittsburgh's going to have plenty of chances to get some saves, and being the Pittsburgh #1 reliever, I think you have some opportunities. Let's see what else we got here. Ellsbury, Tulowitzki, perfect guys. But you're going to need to change your name, you idiot. Change your fucking name. So, when your poop's new, actually, when what you digest is new, you got to get rid of it. And I think we all have been there when we've pooed, and it hasn't been entirely liquid. It's been something. I think it's hurt a little bit. We remember that. This puddle of poop. This puddle of poop that tried to get out. Bill knows, because he drafted it. Alright. Who else? Next up. Last but not least. Last but not least. Least and last. Knight. And I believe Knight and Bob were both most sober at the draft. I'm sure there's a Ben and an Adam and a John thrown in there. But not this draft. I think we all know that. But you got a well-balanced team. Cueto. Fucking Stanton. Can't argue with that shit. Fucking Weaver. Man, he's always going to get a win because those fucking Angels, fuck those guys. But apparently they're only good in the regular season, bro. So watch out. But what I'm telling you is it's a well-balanced team. Cueto, Stanton, even Martin with those stolen bases. I got to play you. I don't know what it is about ESPN, but it's just like, we need a 69 every time I'm playing you first week in fantasy baseball. And I think I used the term well-balanced back in the day. And that is when your poop looks like a snake. It's smooth. It's healthy. That's what your team looks like right now, Knight. According to me. Even though I don't know what I'm talking about. So, let's get down to brass tacks. What's going to happen with these teams? Well, Kevin's going to drop Plato 3 weeks into the season. That's the prediction. Number 2. Ben Stolberg, who I think, just with this team right now, no injuries obviously, will make the postseason. He's going to make 15 moves or more this season. That's my bold prediction. Now, you guys are wondering, you're like, but why are you drinking all this beer? You're yelling at us. What's really going to happen? Who's going to make it? Who is the final winner? Well, look no further, gentlemen. The conquest will reside in Lima versus Wittrack. That's who the finals are going to be. And if they are, I think we all know who wins based on historical data. I mean, Lima's been to the finals, 3, 4, 5, tell me to stop, 6, 7, I don't know. But I think Wittrack's got it in him. He just needs to put that other stuff aside and focus on what's really important. Fantasy baseball. Now, I asked you guys to email me some questions for the fantasy baseball. You didn't. I'm a little disappointed, but whatever. Considering I'm drunk, I don't care. I'm going to resort to answering the questions of Ask Reddit, which I am an avid Redditor. Number 1 is, what was your worst let's never speak of this again moment? Well, I don't know if Bill was ever a part of this, but whenever I would drive around in my 91 Chevy Suburban, fold all the seats down in the back, it would pretty much be a play pad. I finger banged the shit out of Jen Funk, and her juices went everywhere. All over me, all over the upholstery, all over her, I would assume, but I'm sure she's used to it. Well, I picked up a friend after said engagement, and he hopped in, immediately smelled the aroma that was Jen Funk Snatch, and would not accept the ride from me. So we hopped in his car, and we didn't even need to say anything because we looked at each other and we were like, well, we're never going to speak again about this. So that's just one question I've got. Always looking for more at the end of these reviews, but oh my god, the stash knows. The stash knows. So good luck this season, and God bless. That's all I got. Go Cubbies.